Welcome to part 4 of the off-leash hiking safety tutorial. I'm Sheldon with Fearless Canine, and I want to discuss heat stroke. The number one risk in the summer for safety of your dog isn't just cars and encountering wildlife and the dog getting lost. It's also dysregulation of body temperature leading to heat stroke. And if your dog slides into heat stroke, it's a life and death situation, and you need to cool that dog down immediately. So number one, I always carry a jug of ice water, a big jug of ice water in my backpack that I can use to cool my dog down very rapidly. And the way you do this is by applying water to the face, to the paws, to the belly, anywhere you can to cool the dog down. And if the dog is experiencing heat stroke, you don't want to immediately give it a ton of water, whether it's cold or not, to drink, because this can lead to a problem called flipped stomach. So if you are constantly giving your dog water on a hike and their belly gets full, if they start running fast and chasing something, there's a chance that their internal organs can get knotted up. And so it's important while you go along your hike not to be giving excessive amounts of water to the dogs. And if they're naturally getting water from a stream or a lake or what have you, just be cognizant of not allowing the dogs to run and chase too fast if they've been drinking a lot of water. Some breeds are more susceptible, more prone to this problem than others, so do the research. Find out your risk level and just keep this in the back of your mind as you're hiking with your dog. As you've seen, I always give water to my dogs at my van. It's the source of safety. It's where the dogs I want to know they can come back if they get lost. And I don't give them any water while we're out hiking to avoid this flipped stomach problem, and also to reinforce that if you get lost, you come back to the van. To avoid heat stroke, there's a number of things we can do. First, we can keep the dog well brushed and groomed to keep the undercoat from building up and trapping heat inside of the dog. Second, we can choose the correct time of day to hike with our dogs. So today, it's early July in Central Oregon in the high desert. It's going to be over 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And as part of my anxiety reduction methodology, we use our morning routine, exercise in the morning, and so our off-leash hike is always in the morning, and this means the temperatures are cooler and there's a lower risk that we suffer from heat stroke. The third thing that can be done is we could hike along water features. So if for some reason I wasn't able to hike in the morning and the dogs needed to go outside, or I was traveling and I needed to get the dogs some exercise in the middle of the day, I would try and choose a location with a stream, a river, or a lake so the dogs could be in the water and try and focus on swimming rather than running around in the forest a bunch. Just keep the dogs near the water and let them relieve their anxiety, express themselves by playing in the water. And that's something that's a lot of fun to do in the summer. And the last thing that we can do to avoid heat stroke is the use of equipment, which is the cooling vest. So these are made by many companies, and they're very simple. It's a mesh vest that is somewhat absorbent, sort of like a kitchen sponge, and you soak it in water, and then you put it on the dog over the harness or over the collar or whatever, and this will help keep the temperature of the dog down while you're walking.